Welcome back, SpeechCom 101 Nation. I know we're not technically a nation since we only have about 20 some people, but it seems like everybody has a nation nowadays. I mean, all the sports teams do, Stephen Colbert has one, so I think we can have a nation too. It's hard to believe, but we're actually kicking off week 4 of the semester, and even though the first 3 weeks have been pretty busy and hectic, I think we can safely say that the semester's off to a good start. I'm excited about it. I think everything's working pretty well, and all my classes have been really interesting and exciting, and the students have really been engaged. That includes you guys with your Twitter responses. And also, I think that the speeches that we had a week ago were really helpful in setting us up for the future work, which includes what we're going to do this week. Now, we don't have a whole lot going on this week as far as a whole bunch of different things, but there's a really important point in the semester where we move from the basics of a speech to developing our outlines, and we're at that point now. And for me, this is really a very exciting time because outlining, a lot of people don't have a fond feeling for outlining, but as far as speeches go, outlining is a very powerful tool that we can develop as speakers. And I think that once the pieces are in place and we're able to effectively outline our speeches, it not only helps us, but it helps create these effective messages that are going to really impact the audience in a special way. So I have 2 prezzies for you this week. One is sort of a general look at outlining and organizing a speech, and then the second one looks at some specifics regarding the outline, and it'll focus in on the introduction, transitions, and the conclusion, and then it's going to have several different examples for things like attention catchers, transitions, and clinchers. And all of those things are so important in not only giving our audience an outline and a map for understanding our speech, but also for doing things like emphasizing key points and making sure that our audience remembers those key points. So for me, even though organizing and outlining kind of gets a bad rap, I think that there's a real skill to develop with regard to our outlines, and if we're able to do that, then it makes for some really, really cool speeches. We didn't have a Twitter response question last week, but we do have one this week, so make sure you check out the prezzies for that as well, and I think you'll have some fun with it. It gives you a little bit of freedom in making a choice and responding to the questions. So I think it will be an interesting way to share on that particular topic. That's pretty much all I have for this week. Again, take some time to look over the prezzies regarding outlining. These are key things, and the more we can develop key structures in our speeches, the better they're going to be, and the more effective we're going to be as speakers. So I hope you have an awesome week, and if you have any questions or anything, please let me know. Don't forget that your Twitter response is due by the end of the week.